From the birth of stars to the mysteries of black holes, the universe is filled with wonders that captivate the human imagination. But few stories have resonated through time quite like that of the Garden of Eden. Welcome to our exploration of 10 things you should know about the Garden of Eden, a place shrouded in mystery and steeped in symbolism, a place that speaks to the very core of what it means to be human. Today we'll journey back to the dawn of creation, peeling back layers of ancient text and tradition to uncover the secrets hidden within this iconic biblical location. Let's begin, shall we? The Garden of Eden, often perceived as a mythical paradise, a realm of allegory and metaphor. But what if I told you that it was a real place, a physical location etched into the fabric of our planet? The Bible, in its ancient wisdom, describes the Garden of Eden not as a figment of imagination, but as a tangible reality. A garden planted by God himself, nestled within the fertile crescent of the ancient world. The book of Genesis provides us with geographical markers, mentioning rivers like the Pishon, Gihon, Tigris and Euphrates. These rivers, some still flowing today, hint at a location anchored in the geography of our world. Could these clues be the remnants of a forgotten history? A time when humanity walked in the cool of the day with its creator? The Garden of Eden wasn't just a patch of land, it was a point of convergence, a sanctuary where the divine and the earthly intertwined. It was a place where God's presence was palpable, a place where heaven met earth. Imagine a garden bathed in the soft glow of creation, where the air hummed with life and the scent of 1,000 flowers filled the air. This was Eden, a pristine wilderness untouched by decay or death. It was here that God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into him the breath of life. It was here that Adam, the first human, opened his eyes to a world bursting with colour and life. And it was here, in this sanctuary, that the story of humanity began to unfold. The Garden of Eden holds a unique position in the history of humanity's relationship with the divine. It was the first sanctuary, a sacred space where God dwelled with his creation. Unlike the temples and tabernacles that would come later, the Garden of Eden was not built by human hands. It was a natural cathedral, a testament to the beauty and wonder of God's own creation. This concept of a sacred space, a place where humanity could connect with the divine, would echo throughout history. From the tabernacle in the wilderness to the temple in Jerusalem, humanity has always sought to create spaces where they could draw near to their Creator. But Eden was unique. It was the original sanctuary, a place where the veil between heaven and earth was at its thinnest. The Garden of Eden, in its pristine beauty and abundance, served as a reflection of heaven itself. It was a place where God's goodness and provision were on full display. The rivers that flowed through the garden, the trees laden with fruit, the vibrant tapestry of plant and animal life, all pointed to a creator who delighted in beauty and abundance. It was a world untouched by sin, a world where harmony reigned and where humanity lived in perfect fellowship with God and with each other. Eden, in its purest form, represented the ideal relationship between humanity and the divine, a relationship that would be tragically broken but not irrevocably lost. The Garden of Eden, as described in the ancient texts, wasn't just a barren plot of land. It was a vibrant tapestry of life, overflowing with an abundance that seems almost unimaginable today. Imagine, if you will, trees laden with fruits of every colour imaginable, their branches heavy with the promise of sweetness, fields bursting forth with grains and vegetables, their leaves glistening under the gentle caress of the sun. Crystal-clear rivers flowed through this paradise, teeming with fish, their scales shimmering like jewels in the sunlight. This was a land where hunger was unknown, where every need was met by the bounty of the earth. But the abundance of Eden wasn't just about survival. It was about delight, about experiencing the sheer joy of creation in its purest form. The fruits weren't just nourishing, they were bursting with flavours that tantalized the tongue. The scents of flowers filled the air, a symphony of fragrances that could intoxicate the senses. This abundance speaks to a deeper truth about the Garden of Eden. It was a place where God's provision for his creation was evident in every leaf, every fruit, every rippling stream. It was a tangible expression of his love and care, a reminder that humanity was created to thrive, not just survive. A stark contrast to the world we know today, where we often find ourselves yearning for such a connection to the divine. In the heart of this paradise, amidst the abundance and splendour, lay a test of obedience, of trust, of the very essence of free will that separated humanity from all other creatures. God placed the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the garden, its branches heavy with forbidden fruit. This tree and the fruit it bore represented a choice to trust in God's wisdom and remain within the boundaries of his love and protection, or to step beyond, to grasp for knowledge that was not meant for them. It was a test that in many ways mirrors the choices we face every day. The presence of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden speaks to a fundamental aspect of the human condition, the burden and the blessing of free will. We are not automatons, programmed to follow a predetermined path. We are beings capable of making choices, of forging our own destinies, but this freedom comes at a price. The price of consequence, of understanding that every choice we make, every action we take, ripples outward, shaping the world around us. The Garden of Eden, with its stark choice between obedience and disobedience, serves as a powerful reminder of this delicate balance. A reminder that the choices we make have the power to shape not only our own lives, but the lives of generations to come. In the Garden of Eden, two trees stood as powerful symbols: the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and the tree of life. The tree of life, its branches heavy with fruit that shimmered like polished gold, represented eternal life, a life lived in perpetual communion with the divine. To partake of its fruit was to embrace a life beyond mortality, a life free from the constraints of time and decay. It was a gift freely offered, a testament to God's boundless love and desire for an everlasting relationship with his creation. But this gift, like all gifts, came with a condition: trust. Trust in the giver, trust in the perfection of the garden, trust in the path laid out before them. But the Garden of Eden also held the shadow of death. The consequences of disobedience, of choosing knowledge over trust, were etched in the very fabric of this paradise. To eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil was to invite death into the world, to sever the connection with the divine, the source of life itself. This death wasn't merely physical, it was a death of the spirit, a separation from the source of all love, all joy, all peace. It was a descent into a world of pain, suffering, and the constant awareness of our own mortality. The Garden of Eden, in all its beauty and abundance, held within it this stark duality, a reminder that even in paradise choices have consequences, and the path we choose determines our ultimate destiny. The Garden of Eden, a paradise, yes, but not a place of idle comfort. Even in this pristine environment, before the thorns and thistles, there was work to be done. Adam, formed from the dust of the earth, was given the task of tending and keeping the garden. This was not a punishment, but a responsibility, a partnership with the divine. This tells us that work, from the very beginning, was woven into the fabric of creation. It was not an afterthought, but an integral part of God's design. Some might see work as a burden, a consequence of disobedience. But in Eden, work was a form of worship, a way to cultivate and care for God's creation. It was an act of creativity, of shaping and moulding the world around them. Adam's work in the garden reflected the divine image in which he was made, a creator, a nurturer, a steward. It is written, "It is not good for man to be alone," and so from Adam's rib God fashioned Eve, a helper suitable for him. This act of creation signifies the profound significance of relationship, of companionship, of the deep bond between a man and a woman. In the Garden of Eden, marriage was instituted, not as a social construct, but as a divine ordinance. This union, this sacred bond, was the first covenant established by God. It was a reflection of the divine image, a testament to the power of two becoming one flesh. In the garden, love blossomed, a love that mirrored the love between God and humanity. This first marriage, this sacred union, would serve as the foundation for families, communities, and the continuation of the human race. Imagine a world bathed in the golden light of perpetual dawn. Imagine the air alive with the sound of the Creator's voice, the rustle of leaves, a symphony of his presence. This was the Garden of Eden, a place where God walked and talked with Adam and Eve in the cool of the day. This was not a distant deity, hidden behind a veil of mystery, but a God who desired intimacy and fellowship with his creation. The Garden of Eden was a place of unhindered communion with the divine. There were no rituals, no sacrifices, no need for intermediaries. It was a relationship built on trust, obedience, and pure, unadulterated love. Can we even fathom such closeness, such intimacy with our Creator? The Garden of Eden, a paradise of bounty and tranquility, a place where humanity walked in harmony with the divine. Yet even in this idyllic realm, a shadow lurked. For the Garden of Eden was not just a sanctuary, it was also a place of profound testing. The serpent, cunning and beguiling, entered the garden, its eyes gleaming with a knowledge both alluring and dangerous. It saw in Eve a chance to disrupt the divine order, to introduce doubt where there was once only trust. The serpent's temptation was subtle, preying on Eve's natural curiosity and desire for knowledge. It did not force her hand, but rather planted seeds of doubt that slowly took root in her mind. Eve, torn between her trust in God and the serpent's alluring promises, found herself standing at a crossroads. The consequences of her choice, though she did not yet know it, would reverberate through the ages. The serpent, watching with cold calculation, knew that its work was nearly done. It had exploited the very essence of free will, the ability to choose, to set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of human history. And so, in the heart of paradise, amidst the beauty and abundance, the seeds of temptation were sown. The consequences of Adam and Eve's disobedience were swift and severe. The harmony of the garden was shattered, replaced by a world of pain, suffering, and death. Paradise lost. Cast out from the garden, Adam and Eve faced a harsh new reality. The world beyond Eden was filled with thorns and thistles, a constant reminder of their transgression. Yet even in the midst of their exile, a glimmer of hope remained. God, in his infinite mercy, promised a future redemption, a way back to his grace. God's promise of redemption came in the form of a prophecy, a glimmer of light in the darkness. He spoke of a woman, her offspring destined to crush the serpent's head, to break the chains of sin and death. This prophecy, passed down through generations, would become a cornerstone of faith. It spoke of a future where the consequences of the fall would be undone, where humanity could once again walk in fellowship with the divine. The Garden of Eden, once a place of perfect harmony, now served as a poignant reminder of both the fragility of innocence and the enduring power of hope. A reminder that even in the face of despair, the possibility of redemption remains. The Garden of Eden, a place lost to the mists of time, continues to hold a profound significance in the human story. It serves as a reminder of our origins, our capacity for both great love and devastating loss. The echoes of Eden resonate through the ages, reminding us of the consequences of our choices and the enduring power of hope. Though we may never again walk in that pristine paradise, the lessons learned within its borders continue to shape our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Garden of Eden. May its story serve as a source of reflection and inspiration in your own life. If you found this video insightful, please share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of our world and beyond.